Sup, Nicole Shines here again with the Spanish roll, and we back. My last list of the year. And I'm gonna remind you that this year has been awful, so that's why I didn't make more lists, and that's why this list might seem mainstream as all hell, but that's why I haven't had the time. I've been stressed out. Just a lot going on in the world this year. That's what it is. Next year, I'll be feeding you a much larger quantity of lists. I'll have worst lists. I'll make my best list longer. But that's what it is. I forgot to mention in my last video, but that's what it is. It's all this stuff going on. But I needed to make you guys a list. I know I needed to make you guys a video. I needed to feed you guys. So I'm going to mention first that I am a fan of the Needle Drop, aka Anthony Fantano, one of the busiest music nerd with the best teeth in the game, unlike mine. But you're gonna be able to tell when you see some of my lists. You're gonna be able to tell when you see my list. You really will. So it's mainstream in that aspect, and also because there's good pop music this year, but I feel like a lot of releases were mediocre. Maybe that was me, but you know. And I will be posting all the albums I listened to this year in the description, not songs on the list, but all albums I listened to, so you can critique me on whatever you want. But there's some albums I did not get the chance to hear, so I'll be going back to them probably next year, or I'll go to them next year. So we're gonna start with honorable mentions. My first honorable mention is this album that would make the list if it was just more consistent. And I'm being honest, if this is based on my favorites, it would be at the top. It would be my number one, but it'd be top 3. But then when it comes to best albums, I go off consistency. It's not. So it is a very much of an honorable mention because this album means a lot to me. Here I'm talking about Rare by Miss Selena Gomez. Now, I know this is a mainstream album, and you can say whatever and be like, why does it mean so much to you? But when I tell you this means a lot to me, I mean it means a lot to me. Now, but when I tell you this album means a lot to me, I mean it lots to me. It means a lot. Like a lot. Like enough for me to buy the CD and the vinyl. It means a lot to me, if you couldn't tell. Because I told myself I never do this, and I did it for this album because it just means a ton to me. Okay, now I'm going to explain why do I love this album so much. Why does it mean so much to me? Okay, this album literally got me through 2020. 100% got me through this awful year. And that's because this album is a very personal project, I feel. Very personal, passion project. You can tell that Selena put her all into Rare here. And it's just very personal album. I'm talking about To Dance Again, talking about how she's rare, talking about addressing a toxic relationship and losing to love me, being a little bit braggadocious on Ring when she wins her confidence back, being vulnerable, not being afraid to be vulnerable, talking about how people she knows have gone from people she knows to people she doesn't know anymore, talking about cutting off toxic people, whether it be people that are exes of you, or your exes, or are just friends, and talking about wanting there's a sweeter place for you. And it's very personal project, and this is an album where I feel like Selena was trying to find herself and trying to detail it in her music, and I think that hit hard because this is a recovery album. This album is Selena Gomez's recovery, I feel. For mental health, her, sanity, I guess. No joke, but this is just her recovery album, and it's also my recovery album because this album helped me get through it. It uplifted me with songs like Look at Her Now, Dance Again, a lot of others, reminding me that cut people off, like I said earlier. It helped me reflect on past relationships, whether it be friendships or other kind of relationships, family ones. It's just, this album just helped me survive this year, I feel like it did. And that's why I just adore it so much, but This is a Finding Herself album. This is her recovery. It's just amazing. And I just adore it. And that's all, but that's why it means so much to me. Okay, moving on from that little emotional spiel that was like 4 minutes, let's just continue on with my other honorable mentions. Excuse me. Another honorable mention I have here. I'm looking at my phone, by the way, if you're wondering. I'm looking. Oh. You just saw some on my list, but, you know. Look at it. But I would like to give an honorable mention to Dedicated Side B by Rae Jepson. I love her. Emotion was pop perfection almost. And Dedicated was good, but Dedicated Side B, great tunes on here. This is not Carly at her best work, let me remind you. This is Carly at a good state. This is a good album. Great B-sides. Just, she's really good at B-sides. That's just what it is. And we have amazing tunes. We have like Stay Away, Summer Love. We have Let's Sort the Whole Thing Out. I love that song so much. Great highlights on here. We have a couple low moments. We have, I'm not a big fan of Heartbeat. Was it Don't Hate It California After All is pretty miss. And so is, what's the other one? Fake Mona Lisa. They're like, Solo's a great highlight though. I feel like this is just interesting song for Carly and Jepson, talking about like nothing wrong with being solo when she's always craving love in her music. This is a very interesting track from her. But great album. Yeah. Another one I have is To Feel Alive EP by Cali Uchez. I also have another honorable mention from her, which is the album Sin Miedo, in parentheses, Del Amor y Otros Demonios, and then there's an infinite sign. I know I butchered that, and I know I'm Spanish, and I know I shouldn't be saying it so white. I know that I should know what that says, but, like, I don't. But I'm mentioning that, too, because this year I have dive in a little bit my toes. What's the phrase? I dipped my toes. I dipped my toes in that Cali Uchez's music this year, and she's great. I adore her voice. I adore her music. It's just, but I'm gonna say that To Feel Alive was probably more likable to me. Mostly because I understood it, but also because every single song on here is just so beautiful. Like we have Honey Baby Spoiled, we have Angel, we have To Feel Alive, we have the other one whose name is slipping my mind right now. But it's a great song too. I just can't remember. Oh, I Need War. I Want War, but I Need Peace. That's a great song. My favorite is obviously Angel Baby. But not Angel Baby. Honey Baby. Oh my gosh. Honey Baby Spoiled. Great R&B tunes here. It's a very nice EP. And then the Spanish album, I've only listened to a couple times, but I just mentioned it since I'm becoming such a big fan of this girl. And the Spanish album is pretty good too. Especially the first 2 tracks, like Chauncey said. Great. I also like some of the tracks at the bottom. I'm not saying any of the names because I do not want to butcher anything anymore, but yeah. Next honorable mention on my list, we have Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist. I'm going to get so much hate for this not being on the list, but if we're being honest, to my opinion, we're being true. I adore this project. I don't adore it. I like this project. This is a good rap album. We have songs like God is Perfect. We have Something to Rap About. We have, I'm sorry, the names are slipping me right now. Because I don't have a script. I'm just going off of my mind. Oh my gosh, what's that other one? Okay, can I, look at the track list real quick, please? Give me a second. We obviously have songs like 1985, a great opener. Love the Sample. It's just more like, I don't know, rock. Like the guitar. Not guitar, but it reminds me of a guitar, like electric guitar kind of thing. We have Scotty Beam. We have Baby Shit. Yeah, Baby Shit's good too. But yeah, we have nice features for the most part. But yeah, it's lyrically great. I love the samples throughout this track. He is on his Kanye shit The Alchemist is on its Kanye shit with this production, the samples. Great. It's a great project. Definitely see the hype behind it, for sure. Another honorable mention is an album that some people declare as their favorite, top number one choice, but this is just an honorable mention. We have Punisher by Phoebe Bridges. Now, this is my favorite folk album. Yes, better than Folklore. Is it better than Evermore? I don't know because I have not got the chance to listen to it. But this is my favorite. And there's a little bit of rock in it. Just like a little bit. I feel like it's more evident on Kyoto, which is my favorite track here. I like other songs on here though, like Garden Song, Know the End, I think that's what it's called. Oh, sorry, excuse me, it's I Know the End. I love I See You, definitely highlight. We have Moon Song, we have Halloween, we have Chinese Satellite. Graceland 2 is actually a definite highlight for me on this album too. It's nicely written. And I think my only track I'm not a big fan of is the DVD menu. Because I think it's kind of unnecessary, but I understand why it's an opener. It's just not my favorite. But I don't really know what else to say. It's nice. Beautiful voice. Now let's... Ooh, that one more honorable mention we have Last Year Was Weird, Volume 2 by T.K. Mendoza. Now this was a thing I saw. The Needle Drop posted that this is his favorite EP of the year. Spoiler alert. And I saw that Shanzi mentioned it, and I listened to it. Bangers on 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 this album. Now I only listened to it a couple times, but I knew I had to mention it just because it was great. On here we have My Flowers, we have 24K, we have Shook, which is probably one of my favorites. We have Grasshopper, Don't Call Again, which is pretty nice, but it's a pretty good EP. IP is a good EP, especially Grasshopper, and what was the other one I mentioned? Oh my gosh, Shook. Shook is amazing. I just love I love her style on here. She's just gritty. Now now we can get into our top 10. Coming in number 10, coming in hot. Just kidding. But coming at number 10, we have High Road by Kesha. Okay, now this one. Okay, let me put my vinyl away actually first. But I'll talk. But this one right here, Kesha. This was an earlier release from 2020. And I feel like a lot of people didn't really talk about this album, but I think this is give me a second. I think this is a great project by Miss Kesha here, in my humble opinion. Is it my favorite? Not really. But I feel like this is also a triumphant kind of album, taking herself back on this album. It sounds weird, but it's like rare in a way where it's like, she's just, what is it? She's on her recovery. Like, that's what it feels like. I feel like Rainbow is where she let it all out, like, emotionally, and just kind of letting it all, like, going crazy on songs like Bastards and other ones on there. But I feel like this is just her taking back her freedom, having fun. Like on songs like title track High Road, we have her going out to party on Tonight. We have her talking her trash on Shadow. We have, what else do we have? We have more emotional cuts. We have Cowboy Blues. We have Resentment. We have Father-Daughter Dance. We have, oh my gosh. We also have her on My Own Dance, just embracing herself. We have a lot going on this project. And then we have more fun songs. We have Birthday Suit. We have Kinky. Yeah. Which I know some people consider throwaways, but I kind of adore them. Despite even with that intro with Kinky, we're talking about the Spice Girls. It was great. I just feel like Kesha's having fun and embracing her personality that I absolutely adored from her older projects. Being a bit of a brat, like on her Avril Lavigne shit kind of thing. This is a nice album, though. Underrated, kind of, because this had no chart-topping singles, which was upsetting, because this is just Kesha taking herself back. And I love it. Number 9, we have How I'm Feeling Now by, I guess what you would consider right now the queen of hyperpop, Charli XCX. Now, Charli XCX has had a revolution because beginning she was just a planned pop star, but then she grew up a bit. She signed to a different label, can't remember the name of the label, and then she went on this electronic kind of robotic pop music. Not really electronic, never mind. But I guess you would say, I feel like this is what old people will consider noise, just noise, like not music. I feel like that's what it is. But this project bangs. And it's just basically a reaction to the quarantine, like what's going on, like feeling different types of way, even saying that her lover's her enemy, like she thinks that, like that's how, like, what's the word, erratic and stuff it's getting, just how crazy it's been, like living like this, not being able to go out. But the album kicks off with this amazing banger and Pink Diamond. She said, I just want to go real hard. She went really hard on this song, like 100%. She put her all in this, and then we have what you consider her noise, like the production's all noisy. It's great. It just feels like an opening track to a movie, an epic movie, like action movie. One of my personal favorites on here, I feel like it's a bit underrated, Anthems, is amazing. So basically, it's just about Charli wanting to go out, dance, feel the heat from all the bodies, just be on her party shit, basically. But here, I don't know what it is about this song, but I absolutely adore this song, and I'm always listening to it. When I listen to the album, I need to repeat it, go back, listen to it again. And I love the sporadic production going on here. And another highlights I have are, we have the singles Claws and Forever is adorable little song saying, I love you forever, like that. It's just adorable. And then we have Claws, which is much more, it's much more like, I don't know what to say, but it's not like all lovey-dovey, it's kind of more like, I like. It's kind of like this, I don't know, they're kind of similar in a way, but I feel like Claude's kind of goes on in different directions sonically and like lyrically, but I adore both of them. Forever especially, like Forever's great. Very good overall, very solid album from her. A couple skips like Dino or Detonate, I can't remember the name, and then the sequel to Click, which is a song I did not like on Charli. I think it's C0.2. I think that's what it's called. And there's another song on here, I can't remember what it's called, but I don't really like it either. What is it? I don't know. But I feel like I like Finally Understand, 7 Years. Pretty kind of solid project. Pretty solid in a way. Strong highlights. At number 8, we have Chromatica by Lady Gaga. Now, this is an album on first listen was okay to me, but then I go back, and yes, this album is way better than okay, believe me. We have some amazing tracks on here. We have Alice, which is a great starter. We have Rain on Me, of course, 911, Babylon On, which is a great wordplay with the straight out, walk a mile, take it, sink it, and she's in ancient something style, battle for your life, Babylon On, that's gossip. Great wordplay with the Babylon On, like, and then Babylon, like the bite, is great. Great wordplay on her part. Great tune. It's just a great closer as well. We also have, Chromatica 2 and the 911. I know it's kind of a meme at this point, but that transition is still amazing to me. I don't care about all the memes. And then we have, what was it? Plastic Doll. I love that song. I'm on the plastic doll. Don't play with me. We have her and her dramatic vocals on this song. And what other songs do we have? If I'm gonna be honest, it's just been a while since I listened to this album because they've kind of been on different stuff. So that's probably why my memory is failing me right now. We also have Fun Tonight, which took a while, but it definitely grew on me. I'm not having fun tonight. I like the bridge on that song. I might be a little, maybe it's time for us to say goodbye. I love that. Oh my gosh, how did I forget about Sour Candy is amazing. I don't care what anyone says. Sour Candy is that 2 minute 38-second song. And it just goes crazy. I'm sour candy, it's sweet and a little snazzy, yeah. Like that. I don't know what it is. I like Blackpink on this song. Their vocals are good. I don't know the girls' names, I'm sorry. I know there's Jennie. That's it. Not a stan, sorry. But I don't know, I know it's kind of basic lyrically, but like I don't know, it's so infectious. Something infectious about it. And then we have I'll Be Your Enigma, which is another song where she's kind of vocally overselling it, but like it's great. I love her vocals on here though, and then it's a nice song. Of course, we have a couple songs I'm not a fan of. I hate Stupid Love. I just think it's lyrically bad. But Sign from Above has just always been you know? And then Free Woman is kind of pointless in my eyes. And then 1,000 Doves is just like whatever. But Replay is also a really good song too. It's not so my head on replay. I just think this is probably this is my opinion, one of Gaga's best albums. It's great. It's a nice transition from Joanne here. It's nice for her to go back to her dance roots. I forgot what the genre is called. It's slipping my mind. Where her dance pop roots. I think that's what it is. It's nice. It's a great listen. I love the throwbacks she has on her, the 80s and the 70s kind of style. I think 70s? I don't remember. 80s, 90s, 70s, some of those eras. Her production on this album, every single beat slaps, if I'm honest with you. Every single beat slaps. The production is great. Even on songs like Stupid Love, the production is kind of killer. Oh, yeah, ooh, yeah. And then, but despite that, we have the amazing production. It's great. It's just great. It's a great comeback. It's just, yeah. Number 7, we have a much softer album. We have Circles by the late Mac Miller. Now, I did a reaction to this album and I absolutely adored it. And I still adore it. 100%. This is a very gorgeous and very beautiful project. The only song I'm not a fan of on here is Hands, and that's because I don't really like the instrumental, and it's just, I don't really like the rapping on here, but overall this album is incredible. And it was just a very beautiful posthumous album. I feel like the label really respected Mac Miller for doing this kind of project, because they could have made a cheap project, but they didn't. They put their hearts into this, and you can feel it. Why I said that so weird. You can feel that they really tried to do this. They did not want to end this on a bad note or a sour note. They just took what they had and they just crafted this beautifully taken care of project. Project is great. And I just adore that. I adore the label for not taking advantage of his passing and just hitting us with one last closing album, and it is beautiful. It's just 100% beautiful, and I don't want to talk bad about it. I don't want anyone to. Sorry, but I don't know. I just feel like if I heard someone say they hate it, I know everyone has their opinion, but I feel like you gotta respect this album. If you prefer him rapping, you still have to respect this because it was so beautifully crafted and well put together. But we have amazing songs on here. We have Good News. It's beautiful. Blue World. I love the sample on that song. It's great. And then we have Circles. We have. I'm sorry. I don't know why my mind fails me, but there are great songs on here for sure. What's the other one I really like? We have, Hand Me Downs, which is very sad to think about in context. Because this is about him wanting to have a child, and he never had that. And it's really sad, but I think it's a beautiful track too. And Complicated. What gotta be so complicated? I sang that so wrong. I sang it like the Avril Lavigne one. But yeah, I ain't kissing no babies. I also wanted to say, I think his vocals are beautiful on this track. Because in the past, I don't know if I've been a fan of his singing, but it sounds so nice. It's very tamed. It's much more, I feel like this is where he was vocally getting better, when he created this, when he recorded these tracks. Now, we have songs like I Can See. Production is great on that song. That's on me. That's on me. Oh, I know. Definitely a highlight. His vocals are so beautiful. It's just what it is. And then we have the closer. One day at a time. And then we have Everybody. Everybody's trying to. This album is just so beautiful. We have Surf. I don't know what else to say. 'Cause this project is beautiful. Let me play you a clip of one of those. I don't know, man. I'm gonna play that song, man. This song. I don't know. I feel so sad talking about this album, but I absolutely adore it, and it's just great. And it's such an emotional listen, I feel. Just knowing he's gone, but also because the content is very sad. But I just adore this album, and I'm so happy it got released. I'm so happy I gave it the chance. It's just very beautiful. And it's my favorite rap album of the year. Since I'm making a list, I just say it's my favorite. It's gorgeous, and I don't know. It's just, I have a little emotional connection to it in a way. But yeah, let's just move on, guys. Let's move on. Okay. We have at number 6, which I think is an underrated project that no one's going to talk about, but I will do it for them. We have Lost in June EP. Yes, I put an EP on here. This is the only EP. I just think it deserves to be on this list. We have the Lost in June EP by Pimp Millet. Now this project is an R&B album. And it is not have been talked about by anyone. I've looked at top R&B lists, not a single mention of this amazing project. Now, I'm going to name the good album songs on here, which is the whole EP, not a single bad track. It's very short and sweet. Cover one interlude, two interludes, and that's it. This track is oh my gosh. Excuse me. Oh my. This EP is 8 tracks long, and it does not overstay its welcome at all. Not even a little bit. The album starts with Deeper Dark, which is one of my favorite songs of the year, I think. I just love every song in here, so I don't really have a favorite, honestly. But maybe Deeper Dark, because her vocals are just so raw and gorgeous on that track. And she feels vulnerable. Just feels vulnerable. But I like how the album starts, and it starts with her mom talking about her dad, and then there's a mom interlude here, and then the album ends with dad's traits. I don't remember if it's in the interlude or the first track, but she's all saying your dad was like my what was it, my first boyfriend, my first love, that kind of thing, and it's adorable. And then it ends with her being like, yeah, I have a lot of my dad's traits. I'm a lot like my dad, and it's so cute. I just adore those kind of things where they talk about like where artists show dad love, because I feel like it's not very popular to do that. I feel like it's more mom love, which makes sense. But I feel like dad love is underrated when it comes to music, and I just love it. No, I think my least favorite, if I had to pick one, it would be Heavenly Mother, but I still love that track. Heavenly Mother. Beautiful. Ava is cute. I love that song. It's about her dedicating the song to her best friend. It's so pretty. And It's actually the longest track on the album, which I think is gorgeous. And then we have Like It Like That, which is her talking about, oh, boys. She was like, boys don't like, I like track, what's something, I like something in afros. The boy, and then she's saying the boys don't like it like that. But she's like, I like it like that. That's her saying, like, she embraced herself. She knows that boys are not looking for girls with afros, and like tracksuit. I think that's what she said. She's like, they don't like my hair in an afro. And it's just sad. It's kind of a sad reality, but she brings it up saying, I like it like that, though. It doesn't matter what they think, I like it. As long as I like how I look, it shouldn't matter. And it's very pretty. And then start at the end, a nice track for sure. Start at the end. And then we have June. I can't remember the hook. Give me a sec. Like a storm, taken by the waves. It's like, wait, no, it goes. And it feels like yesterday. And it feels like, and it feels like. I'm sorry, that sounded bad. But she's so great vocally, and her tunes are amazing. The production sounds nice. It's great. It's a great listen. It's just very underrated, and I would love it if you guys would listen to this album. Just give it a shot. I will not disappoint, I promise. Okay, and then we're gonna come in at number 5. We have Sawayama by Rina Sawayama. Now this is a project I heard about from the wonderful Anthony Fantano, obviously. It is a great track for sure. Great track, what? Great album. We have amazing highlights like STFU, which is just a nice pop rock anthem. Mostly a lot of rock going on. It's just her screaming, telling racists to shut the I love it. Like, she's just going in on them. It's just such a power move, I think. I just love it. And we have Excess. It's more lighter on the ear. We have talking about materialism. And then we have songs like Akasaka Sad, which is my least favorite. But here she's talking about how she doesn't feel like she belongs like in Japan or in the UK because she's kind of all over the place. And then we have Dynasty talking about how she's sad and it's hereditary. It's very dark, but it's a big track. Like, it's a production-wise big track. And then we also have Bad Friend, which is a sad track talking about how she's a bad friend. The video's good. And then, like, it's just a very sad track, and it's a very dark moment. And this is her being very vulnerable in this moment. And then we have the more fun Paradise and Living my best life on. Just talking about her, she's reminiscing on old memories and stuff, and it's just a very more bubbly track. What else do we have? We have Snakeskin, which is the closer. Da, 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 like a snakeskin, like a snakeskin. It's great. What else do we have on? What other tracks am I forgetting? Oh, we have Love Me For Me. We have F this road I'm leaving you. This road I'm leaving you. Which is underrated because I actually really like that song. Saying the world is talking about how the world is dying and just F it, leave it. And then what else do we have? We also have the more like the crowd kind of like it feels like there's a crowd in the song. We have Who's Gonna Save You Now? Who's gonna save you now? I wish you were. That's how it goes. But I think it's a great song too. It's just a arena-sized song. Who's gonna save you now? We also have Tokyo Love Hotel, where she's talking about her love for Japan. and how like they feel like has the stereotypes like gone to your mind and like they don't love you like I do all day long. Guess it's another song about Tokyo. You're just talking about her love for Tokyo, basically. And saying she doesn't want to take it to the Tokyo Love Hotel. She doesn't want to like, I don't know what word to use, but she doesn't want to. She's not like the other people that just visit there. That's her home, and she adores it. That's like what she's trying to say. And then we have the very beautiful chosen family talking about how you don't have to be related to play. We don't have this machines or so night. And saying they're your chosen family. You don't have to be related. You don't. Yeah. Very pretty. But this album is just a bit of a grower. Because when I first heard it, I was like, it's pretty good. But I don't know if I'll go back to it. But then I do go back to it. And I love this album. This is one of the best, I think. Like, she's probably the biggest, I guess. Like, she was originally underrated. But I think she's the biggest underrated artist to come out of this in the pop genre. And it's very rightfully deserved. She deserves it because it's a great project. Great debut album from her. At number 4, we have I Wanna Push Da Na 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 You Together What's Your Pleasure. We have What's Your Pleasure by Jessie Ware. Another project I heard of by the wonderful Melon. I love this project. This is, like I said, on my thing, it's disco. Mostly disco, but there's other influences, but it's just a bliss. It's bliss. It's just amazing. We have the amazing Opener and Spotlight. We have What's Your Pleasure. We have In Your Eyes, which is gorgeous. We have Remember Where You Are. We have... What else do we have? We have a lot that's great on this project. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm serious. Just my mind is just failing me. But there's a lot of good tracks on here. We have Ooh La La. What else do we have? Give me a second. We have Soul Control. Save a Kiss. Step into my life. Oh, we have The Kill, Mirage. Don't stop moving together. Don't stop moving together. I don't know. I adore this album. I adore you. I guess you could say. Actually, Adore You is probably my least favorite out of here. I'm not really a big fan of it, but the rest is amazing bliss. Like I was dancing to in Target by the vinyl section to What's Your Pleasure. It was ridiculous. I look so stupid. But I love this album. Very good throwback album. I don't know what else to say about it. I've just been listening to it a lot lately. But I don't know what to say because it's just great. At number 3, we have Ungodly Hour by Chloe X Halle. Now this is one of the best R&B albums. Great. Okay, we have the amazing singles in Do It and Forgive Me. Great songs. We have a great intro track where it's just them singing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's just them. It's great. And then she goes, something for forgiveness. I forgot what she said. And it leads into the Forgive Me. It's great opener. Great opener. And then we have the amazing interlude. What is it called again? Overwhelm. And then it goes into the low-key Lonely. The song, yeah. But it's a great project, of course. And we have amazing True Blue numbers on here. We have it in Wonder What She Thinks of Me. And then we have a great Don't Make It Harder on Me. We also have Tipsy, which is an amazing track. Top tier for sure. We have this kind of wonky production, but it's good production. It's kind of weird. And I think it's produced by one of the girls. I just don't remember which one. And then I've been better treat me better, baby, better like the other, 'cause I treat me like the other woman. I might be a little tipsy on your love. And their vocals soar on this track. It's such a great song. I'm talking about putting boys in the ground. It's great. We also have them sing about that on, what is it called? It's the Busy Busy Boy. We also have Baby Girl, which is a nice little anthem for the girls. Baby girl, it's your world. We have Rest of Your R.O. Rest of Your Life. It's like in, like, what is it called? You know what I mean, I think. What? But it's a nice ender, not my favorite, but it's a nice ender, nice closer. We also have what my least favorite here comes in the form of Ketchup featuring Sway Lee. Like, I just felt like Mike Will made its production on here does not suit the girls whatsoever. I just think it's a cluttered mess. Like, the production, oh, I catch up, and it's kind of boring vocally. And I don't really like Sway Lee as a vocalist. I think I mentioned, like, all the tracks, except the title, Ungodly Hour is beautiful. I love the concept of the album being, like, love me when I'm, like, not at my best. Love me at the ungodly hour. And it's just very pretty. The girls are just vocally amazing, and this is a great album. At number 2, we have Baby, where are you now when I need you most? We have After Hours about my dude. Number 1, we have... Number 2, actually, we have The Weeknd's After Hours. I just noticed this video is 40 minutes and no one's gonna watch it. I'm gonna have to cut it down. But we have, this is not the actual cover art, but you know what I mean. I have this on a CD, Target cover. But we have After Hours, which is more of an R&B and pop. It's kind of pop and R&B. I think it's both. I don't think it's just pop, because there's, like, songs like Escape from LA, which is not pop at all. Like, come on. That's why I said it. So that's why I said it might be my favorite R&B album, because I don't really know. It depends on who you ask if you consider this pop or R&B. But to me, it's both, so it'd be my second favorite. Chloe and Halle would be my second favorite R&B album. But this project's amazing. I really don't need to talk about it. Like, it starts a little rough with after what? I mean, oh my gosh, I love that song. I mean, it starts a little rough with Alone Again, Too Late, because I feel like the mixing is kind of trash on Alone Again, and then Too Late is just, like the production. But I lyrically like Too Late. I don't like the video, though. It's awful. But, you know. You know. But, and then Alone Again, I just like where his voice is just vocally soaring when he goes, oh. I think that's a beautiful moment. But I think lyrically it's okay. I like the chorus though. Like the I don't know if I can be alone again. I just like the lyric. I like the rest. I like the tracks. I love In Your Eyes and I love Save Your Tears, but I think Save Your Tears is better. And I said what I said. But yeah. Saw you dancing in a crowded room. You look so hot at me when I'm with you. It's so beautiful. I just adore it. And then I adore After Hours for sure. Until I Bleed Out is a very great emotional moment. And then Snow Child, I think a lot of people's favorite is like bottom tier for me, but it's not bad. It's just kind of monotone, you know. And it's a little cringy sometimes with the like I'm Swaley, and he just goes that I don't know. I hate that part, so I think it's cringy. But I like where he's talking about, you know, just talking about the fame and stuff. Scared to Live is a good song, but, like, I feel like it's very, like, a song that I'll listen to occasionally. You know, sometimes I skip it. Hardest to Love is just, why you gotta hit me in the heart for a weekend? Why the hardest to love? Why let me go? Yeah, I can feel it, I can feel it. Great. What else we have? Oh my god, we have The Amazing Faith, which is a highlight for sure. Amazing. This is my second favorite track, but it's very close to number 1 just because of all the emotion. We have him talking about losing his faith because of drugs. It's just very emotionally beautiful, and I know most of the lyrics to it, so don't test me. But I adore the song. It's amazing, and it hits really hard. I just don't know what to say about it. It's just great. And I connect to it in a way. Not about the drug-related stuff, but just in a way I connect to it personally. So that's why I love it so much. What else do we have on here? It's good. We have Blinding Lights, the biggest song of the year, by the way, which is great. We have Heartless, You Never Need a What I Need. I love singing along to that part. It's just great. Yeah. I think I named like all the tracks on here again without even looking at my phone. I think I might have missed somebody. I don't think I did, but yeah, just great album, great concept. I love how you cannot just like skip around in this album. You have to listen to it front and back in the track list order. It's just so cohesive and it's great in that way. And I always want to do it now because I used to just shuffle around, but I think it's better to just listen to it in order. It's great front to back. That's what it is. Like I meant like I don't mean that I like love all the songs, but you know what I mean, like played in order. And it's just, yeah, it's that kind of album. It's great. Great. But unfortunately, it's not as great as my number one choice, which in my eyes is the closest thing to perfection we have got this year. This, not a single skip. No bad songs. No bad songs. And that is, we have FutureNostalgia by Dua Lipa. No. I just got this yesterday because yesterday was Christmas, but I got this yesterday and I screamed. Because actually this album is so hard to get on vinyl nowadays because like everybody wants it and I know why. It's amazing. This is the cover up close. This album is the closest thing we've gotten to pop perfection in a while. And that's saying something because Lizzo's Cause I Love You came out last year and I adore that album. I have it on CD over there actually. But yeah. We have FutureNostalgia. Not a single skip. Perfection. The closest thing to perfection, like I said. Now. No. How do I even begin with this album? Because this is just amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Also, this feels amazing. The texture is like different. I'll talk about this when I do a vinyl collection video, which I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it now because I have like 6, but I will do one. Maybe this year when I get more, but yeah. That's enough about the vinyl, but I want to say that this is, one more thing actually, this is probably my second prized possession of this album because it literally kept going out of stock. Like, I waited 2 months, and then I was like, whatever, and then I went to go buy a different record. And then when it came in stock, I had no more money, so I was mad. But I got this for Christmas, so yeah, it's great. But now let's talk about the album. This album is great. My favorite is obviously Break My Heart, which if you watched my best songs of the year is my favorite track of the year, and it still is. And I'm also going to mention that she is my artist of the year. All of her music videos have been great. I love all the videos. Physical is an amazing song. It's sampled the Let's Get Physical. I forgot who the singer is to that song, and this is just, and like it said, like the album's called, it's just nostalgia. It's a nostalgia album. Every song that hits on here, we have the amazing opener, FutureNostalgia, where she's all being like, she's talking, I guess, I feel like to the critics and being like, oh, you want a timeless song? I want to change the game. And she's kind of on her, like, kind of bragging in a way. Talking about, I know you're dying, trying to figure me out. Kind of talking to the haters and addressing it, but, like, in a very fun way. And I just love that kind of energy she has on here. We have Don't Start Now. 1 billion streams for that song, by the way. Good job. But, yeah. Don't Start Now is just bliss. And then we have Cool, which has grown on me significantly. Because when I first listened to it, I was like, I kind of don't really, it's okay. But then I love that, you got me listening to my cool. And then she makes that noise. I can't do it. But it's kind of squeaky. It's great. And then we have Physical, like I said, it's just a banger. That's a song you should work out to. That's why she made a workout video to it, because you just work out to it. It's just so great. And then we have the new hit on here, Levitating, which is great. This is the one without the baby, which I'm grateful for. Because the baby on there is kind of mediocre, you know? Levitating's great. And then we have Pretty Please, which is probably bottom tier, but I still love it. And then we have Hallucinate, which is top tier on this album. You get that sticky, this nice sticky hook. It's great. It's just so energetic. It's just a love struck anthem. Then we have Love Again with that absurd sample. It's great. And you got me in love again. I seriously adore this project. I mean it. I love this project. But then we have Amazing Break My Heart. Then we have Good in Bed. Oh no, it's pretty bad, 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 bad. Messing with my head, drive each other mad, 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 mad. Maybe that's what makes us good in bed. This is one of my least favorites too, but it's still amazing. I still like it. Stop. I don't know. I think it's great. And then we have Boys Will Be Boys, which is my least favorite, but I still like it. I don't love it. It's the only track. It's one of the 2 tracks I don't love, but I like. And I like what she's saying that stop saying Boys Will Be Boys because everyone's listening. There are a couple lyrics that are like a little, like man-explained, just kind of like overdoing it, like more heavy-handed with it. But I like what she's trying to say that we should stop saying that, and we should stop saying boys will be boys. You know why? Because girls will be women, like she says on here. And I agree with her, though, on that kind of topic. I agree with her. But this is my album of the year, and I think if you've heard this project, you know how good it is. But if you haven't heard this project and you like pop and you like 80s music, you need to listen to this because you will love it. And I know you will love it. And if you don't love it, then that's okay. I respect you still as a human being. But yeah, Future Nostalgia is my number 1 album of the year. So what is your number 1 album? And tell me your list in the comments. Tell me how much you disagree with me. Tell me how much you hate me. Tell me how much you love me. Tell me whatever you want, honestly. But do you agree or disagree? Like I said, I would like to know what people think of my list. It's kind of generic, but like I said, it's been a hard year, so I haven't really had the time to dive into some more projects, But that's what's going on. Number 1, right here, Best Artist of the Year, Best Album of the Year, Best Song of the Year. She gets all the awards from me. But, yeah. I'm sorry, Weekend. I love you so much. I love your music. But I guess you're not used to a female alpha like she says on Future Nostalgia. That's a great closing line, so we're just going to end it there. I love y'all.